promise I'm gonna speak up when I hop about to cut. I promise I'm gonna speak up when I hop about to cut. I promise I'm gonna speak up when I hop about to cut. I promise I'm gonna make a scene. Got lights, cameras, action, but I promise that I won't be seen.
My name is Theodore.
My name is
and I
Markeisha.
am about 8 almost
You 8?
And I'm 10.
9 years.
I was diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and PTSD.
Okay, do you recall what happened 6 years ago?
Okay.
I got taken away.
I don't really remember.
It felt like I was fighting a losing battle.
I felt sad, mad.
If there was one thing that you could tell a child going through the same
I just
thing.
wanted
Okay,
to
what's the
fit in.
hardest part about it? Easiest part to deal with?
There was a lot of obstacles, but I overcame them.
Children, just know that it will be alright.
Before I begin telling my story, I must give warning that this story may potentially trigger some people who have similar background stories and current situations. I cried reflecting on the past event. However, if we can find the strength to get through this story, you may find some valuable information throughout my story. If you don't think you can, I understand, and you don't have to endure the agony, guilt, or the emotions. Just remember you're strong and will come out victorious if you never give up. You can still leave questions in the comments, and I will try to help you even if you can't continue. From that point, the protocol took place. Paperwork filled out, clothes swapped for hospital clothes, shoes swapped for socks because I had shoestrings, personal belongings taken and bagged up. It was in place for my safety and the safety of others. After all that was complete, I was taken to my room. The first night I was sitting up in the center of the bed. I was very much alert. Even though there was no clock in the room, I knew the time. Every 15 minutes, a nurse would come in the room, touch a spot on the wall, and then walk back out. Every time she'd walk in, I'd watch carefully what she did, and it never changed. Walk in, touch the wall, walk out. Walk in, touch the wall, walk out. Every 15 minutes, like clockwork. The next day, all my meals were brought to me. This was also protocol. They had to keep an eye on me, understandably so, but I was comfortable with it. I was safe from the factors outside those walls, but I was still on a mission. The day was uneventful, quiet, peaceful. I met with the doctor, talked to other patients. The day flowed pretty well considering. The next night, the nurses came in every 15 minutes, touched the wall, and left. I watched, still, sitting in the middle of the bed. Nurse walks in, touches the wall, walks back out. 15 minutes pass, repeat, all night long. And I watched every time, keeping track of the time, not sleeping except for 5 to 10 minutes a night. My roommate noticed, but the nurses were the ones who brought concerns to the doctor. The next day during my meeting with the psychiatrist, he brought it up. I guess I creeped out the nurses. It wasn't intentional though. I'm not a creep, just couldn't sleep. We had a discussion about the depression and about the sleep deprivation, the sources and the causes. I've always had insomnia, but it became extreme after my mother passed and multiplied tenfold with the loss of my children. The result of PTSD, he said, where the trauma replays itself in your dreams. The knowledge of knowing that when you close your eyes, the events replay. Oh, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, the thing most associated with the war and in the military. But that wasn't my case. I'd never been in the military and never went to war. I was in a different type of war. My battle was so different. But here I was having that discussion. And his first goal was to get me to sleep for at least 30 minutes. Another medication was introduced to the roster, bringing my total to 3. The effects of the medication? To stop my dreams.
I shine so bright, you